like the stream. I want y'all to understand. I have nothing against Tamika MaIIory. I just see the hustle. I have people for over the years who will get upset with me because I don't take their same viewpoint. I'm not, pro, we need a strong black community. I'm one of those people that we need a strong community of like-minded people. Those people may not come from the same background you come from. We need more like-minded people now than never before because times are getting crazy. Times are getting crazy, and we're going to need people who are mentally capable and mentally prepared to be able to move forward and create and build. You can't build with no women like this. I mean, look at this photo. I mean, look at this screen grab. Shout out to TW, Black Women in the Closet Hollywood. I bet people who were working on set of that commercial were laughing at her in her back. I'm telling you they were, TW. You see, Tamika MaIIory don't understand that those same women who are boosting you up are laughing at you. You know why? Because they are still marrying the men in their community, and they are still holding a strong community. Whenever they see outsiders come into their communities, they band together against those outsiders. And the people who do that, they'll be the same people telling these melanated women, yes, it's okay to turn against the men in your community. You should take control. You should be running it. And what they're not telling you is that they're not following that advice. They're allowing black women to basically destroy themselves and destroy their own community. Shout out to Ronnie again. It says, as of 2011, 83% of black households are raised single parent. Black women like this saving are your spot in line at the welfare office. I just want people to understand, man, I have nothing against women who get degrees, who get good jobs. I think it's a good thing that women can work in the workplace. But you got women complaining about pay gap when they don't do as merely the same. They don't do as much as the work as men, but they want the same amount of pay. And I'm just seeing a lot of complaining from Western women who have it easy. Women like Tamika MaIIory have it easy. Women like Tamika MaIIory are in a good situation where they can do anything they want to do. And she chooses to grift off of her own people. I would never grift off of melanated people. I have no reason to. I speak my truth and people listen. I want to wake people up. I don't want to rock people to sleep. I want to wake them up to people like this. Okay? These so-called activists, your Jesse Jackson, Al Sharptons, the people who've been stealing, siphoning money. They've been blackmailing companies, allegedly. And they use you to do it. You are the reason why they're able to live in nice neighborhoods. They're no different than these pastors in these churches who get money from those churches in those communities, but they don't live in those communities. They would never live in those same communities. Now, you do got some that may live in those communities where their church is, but a lot of them don't because they don't believe in black empowerment. They don't believe in it. Tamika MaIIory is the definition of a melanated woman who understands that you can take more than you can ever give. This woman has a Cadillac commercial, but she's fighting. She's with the corporations. She is with the corporations. She is corporate. She's not in the trenches fighting. She's getting checks from these countries, from these companies. She's no different than the Hollywood actors or these entertainment rappers. She's no different. She was at the Grammys, remember? She doesn't care about your empowerment. Why would she? She been around y'all long enough to know that y'all ain't progressing, that there's no fixing you. But y'all want to get upset with me. When you literally have this woman who claims she's fighting for you, but she's out doing this. She's fighting to push feminist messaging. That's what she's pushing. feminist messaging. She doesn't care about melanated men. She only cares what she can get from them. The whole, we want to build a community. You can't build a community without the men leading. And if she was going to do a commercial, she should have said, I'm not going to do this commercial unless I have black men with me. Did she do that? No, because she doesn't care. Do they push this messaging on the Caucasian community or the Asian community? No, they don't. They push it on your community because they understand that the women crave power. They crave to be seen. Shout out to Snake Eyes. The irony is women wanting to lead would only run away from the same leadership they claim they wanted so badly out of their own vanity. She isn't helping ADOS with this. She's making it a bad joke. It is becoming a bad joke. A bad joke that's getting bad more and more. They are pushing this messaging onto us. They're not pushing this messaging onto anybody else. Look at Lil Nas X. I had some genius come in the chat earlier that said, why are you not talking about Lil Nas X? And I'm like, bro, I made a video about him on my Jada Black channel. If you actually paid attention and subscribed like I told you to, you would have known that instead of trying to hop in the chat to tell me about something you think I didn't do. I'm going to address what needs to be addressed. Just know that. And I feel like this was a long time coming. And Shantia actually sent me this video of her. Shout out to Marcus. Sad part is these men standing behind her like if things get physical, she would be scrapping with them. No, she is in the house. Black men stand up. I agree, Marcus. She's not going to stand and fight nothing. It's a facade, man. That's all it is, a facade. Shout out to Greatness 81. She's a female corporate version of Kaepernick. Controlled opposition. Shame on her. Absolutely, bro. And that's the correlation I make. How many more brand deals does she have? How many more corporate companies are cutting her a check? Is she going to come out with her own Nike shoe? Is she going to come out with her own Nike shoe? Is that what we can expect? Right? I think that's what we can expect next from her. This is absolutely atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. And you got people who still believe that, because they want to believe that black women can lead so badly. No, they cannot. Not like this. BLM is a joke. I don't care what any of you say. I believe that every innocent life does matter. Simple. Because when you create an organization, it's going to become corporate. BLM has become corporate. How much hundreds of millions of dollars did BLM make this summer? BLM became a corporation this summer. Okay. And if you look at the people who are running it, they don't look like us. We're figureheads. They control it. They siphon that money and give it off to political party. Well, one political party, and to divvy it up with these different candidates. I wish people understood this. They use melanated women as the face of all these corporate movements because these women are willing to sell out. They're willing to degrade their morals. Look at social media. Look at Instagram. Look at all these women. Now, y'all know what's crazy? Randomly now, when I'm on Instagram, I've been recently coming across posts of women in Dubai, in the Middle East, right? Because of this situation, the CV situation is starting to clear up and travel starting to open up. These women are over there now. They're over there now, right? Even through a pandemic, they are still willing to go out to Dubai to get that money to degrade themselves. They're still willing to do that because they're morally bankrupt. It's all about what they can get. Shout out to Sir Shah. Tamika said, sexism is worse than racism. I see now. Well, I would say that depends on a couple things. The fact that she herself is a feminist, she's pushing feminist messaging, so of course she's going to say that, that would be worse than the other thing. But it's weird because she's supposed to be pushing the messaging of discrimination against black people. Shout out to her boy. Tamika represents everything wrong in our community, like Alicia Garza wanting to be leaders but maintain victim status at the same time. Unfortunately, us as black men are allowed this distorted reality to persist. We got to step up. We do, but we don't because we are afraid of the consequences. We're afraid of getting canceled. We're afraid of the women in our family turning against us. Do y'all know that's why people won't share my content, even if it's about celebrities? Because they are afraid of what their girlfriends or wife or the women in their family or the women they trying to get with on Facebook is going to say. They'll come to my page and say a whole bunch of crazy stuff in my comment section, but I guarantee you they will not share that post on their page because they are afraid of what the women around them are going to say. And we as black men, we have got to stop caring about what melanated women say. I don't care what melanated women say about me. I run mine. I basically, I have my own world. And I'm not going to allow women that don't like me, not that don't like me, but women who always disagree with me or who are crazy, who are mentally unstable to be a part of that world. I don't care if they're on my Facebook, Twitter. If they don't like what I have to say, you can go. You don't have to follow me. But these guys are so afraid of what the women around them are going to say. It's almost like they're hiding who they truly are because they are afraid of what the women around them are going to say. Because, bro, you share your world with women who don't respect you, who may not like what you have to say, may not respect your thought process. I just want y'all to understand this. Listen, a lot of you can do what you want, but I just want you to know that these women out here have the same mindset of Tamika MaIIory, especially in the melanated community. They are out for self. They are out for self. That's why a lot of you guys need to be out for yourself too.